Today, I'm being guided to give you a channeled message, and this is in regards to the subject matter of twins and where they are, as well as what we were talking about yesterday in regards to other twins who have abandoned the journey. So I'm going to go right into the channeled message. I'm going to be closing my eyes throughout most of this video, so just bear with me and just listen to the message as it's coming. We want you to understand the process in which you are going through this transformation. If you identify as a predominantly divine feminine, you are having this trial of going through the last bits of what you must do in order to practice non-attachment. Non-attachment does not mean not being connected. It means not being attached to the outcome of where your connection is going. This journey is all about your own transformation. It is about the balancing of your divine masculine and divine feminine energies. You all know this as a basic concept. What you are doing right now is the final stage of balancing those energies. The next stage is going to be you being able to balance those energies within yourself while being in connection with your twin flame. The process of this can be difficult, because it is easy for you, especially with the work that you have done, to be able to keep those energies balanced while you are on your own, while you are in a controlled environment. When you are with another, as well as anyone else that you come across, this practice of staying in your balanced energies is going to be something that you will be tested on again and again until you are solid and confident in your own energy. We want to speak to you about the subject of the twin flames who have decided to disconnect from this journey. We are showing Annette in visual aspects of how this happens, and we are showing it in the Akashic Records. How this takes place is both higher selves of each part of the twin flame makes the decision and decides that each person would be better off to explore connections with other people and to be able to continue the journey on their own, separate from each other. This is something that is done within their soul contract, and it has to be agreed upon by both parties. One person cannot abandon the journey and have the other person still hanging on. One of the things we have shown Annette is that when they have abandoned the journey, they are not feeling this sadness, they are not feeling the sorrow and the grief that you may have been experiencing in the last days and weeks. You will feel elation, you will feel happiness with this disconnection simply because you are going on a different path. So it is for you to understand that if you are going through this process of sadness and grief, this is simply another step on the journey in order to release what no longer serves you. It serves the purpose of understanding that you standing in your own sovereignty is where you need to be. Yes, this journey is about two people, about two souls, but it is also about you and where you are energetically. If you are still hanging on to the outcome, if you are still holding on to control belief systems, if you are still holding on to the things that keep you stuck in these cycles, These cycles are what are being released at this moment. Think of this in terms of you are facing your divine masculine and you are asking them to show up for you in a particular way. They are telling you in this moment, if this is the case, that they are going through their own transformation and they need the time to do that. If you push and tell them that you want what you want now, of course you are going to get a response that is not to your liking. In order for you both to ascend and transcend these cycles, you must turn your attention towards yourself. You must turn your attention towards what you want in your three-dimensional life in connection. When you do this and you realize the beautiful divine sovereign being that you are, and you realize exactly what it is that you want in connection, and you decide that this is what you are going to have, if it is passion, if it is mutual trust and understanding, if it is going on this divine journey with another, this is what you must turn your attention to. Turning your attention to your divine masculine, who is going through their own process and telling you they need time, will only bring more of the same cycles. Just as you will turn towards yourself to elevate your vibration, to elevate what you want for your life, as a mirror, your divine masculine will do the same. This is the only way you can get out of these cycles. If you are watching this at this moment, you know that you have been through this cycle many, many times. Those have been sort of the dress rehearsals for this very moment. Can you sit in this space of unconditional love and not run away from your other counterpart? Can you sit in this space of saying, I understand that he is going through or she is going through exactly what they need to, and I can just focus on me and my journey and where I am. You don't have to run, you don't have to chase, you don't have to do any of those things that are stated in the belief systems of twin flames. You can simply just be in your balanced energy. Move forward with your life the way that you are guided to in the flow of your divine journey. When this happens, your other counterpart will meet you in the space where you both are able to receive, where you're both able to be balanced in your own energies. It is then and only then that you will be able to come together in a 3D sense, as you call relationship. When you are in this space, it is a beautiful space to start co-creating and walk this journey together. Just as you were going through your own dark night of the soul in the very beginning of your journey and getting signs of your counterpart, your divine masculine is going through the same process of going through the dark night of the soul into the transformation. Although divine masculine goes through it in a very different way, it is still the same process. Because divine feminines, you know how it is to go through this process. You know how difficult it is. The falling away of all of the things that do not serve you. And having compassion for your divine masculine is essential at this time. Having compassion and understanding for what they may be going through. Some of the strife, some of the sadness, and some of the grief that you may be feeling at this moment is due to the fact that you are holding on to time. You're holding on to the timing of when this relationship in the 3D is supposed to come into fruition. Divine feminines, if you are still being triggered by anything that your divine masculine is saying or any boundaries that your divine masculine is putting up, that is for you to look within yourself to figure out what exactly it is that is triggering you. Is it triggering you because you want this connection with this other human so badly that you are willing to abandon yourself? If that is the case, that is the work that you need to do, because your counterpart is always going to show you what you need to work on and the places in which you still need to heal. We are not saying that non-attachment is that you would not care about your counterpart or what they are doing and how they show up in connection. What we are saying is that non-attachment means you are not attached to the outcome. You're not attached to time. You are allowing the flow of the universe to go in your favor. You are not going against the flow of your journey. We understand that this is difficult for a lot of you because you have been in this waiting energy for so long. The waiting energy no longer serves you. You have done the part that you've needed to do in order to get to where you are now. Now is the time to stand up in your divine energy and be exactly who you need to be. What this can look like is you moving forward in your life in what you are being guided to do by your angels and by your spirit guides. This does not look like chastising and sending messages or voice texts or voicemails to your divine masculine, telling them all sorts of things about what they haven't done for you and how they haven't shown up for you. This is still existing in the wounded and distorted feminine. The divine feminine sits in her energy and creates and manifests the life that she wants. If her divine masculine is not ready to show up in that space just yet, then divine feminine moves on into a space of still creating what she wants to create. Because you all have those masculine and feminine energies within you, you are playing with both of those energies simultaneously at all times. The transition that you are making is allowing the old stories to fall away. We want you to go into your past. We want you to access those memories that you have with your divine counterpart, where you didn't show up for yourself, where you did not make decisions that were aligned with unconditional love. Because time exists simultaneously, you can actually go back into those memories, and similarly to how you would reparent your inner child, you are able to make different decisions in the past so you can bring healing to the present moment. Use this exercise to be able to go back into the past and heal the person that you were while you were going through these challenging times with your other counterpart. This is the work that the divine feminine needs to do at this time. The divine masculine has already done this in their own way. It is almost as if the divine masculine is going through the process in the reverse to what the divine feminine has. So think of it in terms of the divine feminine went through their dark night of the soul initially in the beginning of this journey and are coming to this place of balanced energy. Whereas the divine masculine has gone through the process of awakening, and the last part of this particular portion of the journey is ending with this dark night of the soul and the falling away of things that do not serve. It is the perfect mirror, and it always has been. And this is how the energies work. Many of you are feeling very disconnected from your guidance, and we want to tell you exactly why that is. Usually, if you are tapping into your psychic nature, we are able to give you potential timelines for the future. We have always said that those timelines are always changeable. Right now, you may feel completely cut off from your guidance entirely. And there is a reason for this. When we need both sets of people, both twins, to sit in a space of healing, there is not the ability to give you the proper timelines. So if you think of it as a flow of energy, and each person has their own valve that is either in the on or the off position, there are times when one person has the on valve and the other person has the off valve. This is where some of those imbalances can come. And this is where some of the future timelines can be incredibly difficult to predict because they are changeable. Right now, in this moment, for most of you, the valve energetically has been in the off position for the last several days and the last few weeks, and will continue to be that way until both you and the divine masculine have been through this last bit of healing. However long that takes, those valves will be in the off position. Once they are both able to be in the on position at the same time is when you are both going to ascend to your highest timeline. It is because of this that you feel disconnected. It is because of this that you feel cut off, not only from the energy of your counterpart, but also from the energy of your own guidance. We want you to feel okay with this scenario simply because it is meant to happen. It is meant to be this way because it needs to be. If we were to give you any of the future timelines at this moment, they would not be the timelines that would be in reality something that would come to fruition after this healing has been done. It is because of this that energetically your higher selves have made the decision to sort of dampen your intuition in regards to your twin flame journey. Thank you so much for sticking around for that channeled message. I hope that was super helpful for you. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Like I said in the last video, the energies have been super strong. They've been super harsh. If you need support, please get the support you need. And I send you tons and tons and tons of love. Bye for now.